Let's get right to it, dog. You know it's raw. Well, let me catch you if you're showing off. They wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't wanna get involved. I can admit it, I know what it's time and I'm tripping, I got every group. Niggas will fumble a bag. I get to the cash fast, gotta salute. I've been a hustler, look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law cause we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Put on their face, I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me that'll bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the salt of the earth. We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. You understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. There's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway if you ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business and take this money with you. I ain't dealing with no fucking children if they not my own. Going by myself, I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my wave and more just hopping on. They hear what I make, it starts to turn them on. I think it's sorcery, the way they ride the bone. The black magic stick, they stopping by my home when I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone, so I can conquer shit, and I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit, cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road, and get my diesel on. She wanna drop it low, and get her eagle on. My new bitch bad as fuck, she look like me alone. I came up from the dirt, was born right under y'all. And just like out of wine, said I just want the ball. These niggas seasonal, I watch them leave and fall. The last gon' finish first, cause we some underdogs.
They say the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Nigga, we gon' rule this kingdom, nigga. This one West.
Ride to the sunset, slide to the moon for a boss. All said ghetto, then I got him, that's my doggy dog. Don't bark, gotta mean bite, we them underdogs. Off the wire, 5 yards, I'm pressing all of y'all. 9 niggas up like I'm director from a casting call. I don't give a fuck, you want beef, neck to all of y'all. UPK priest, lace up boost, then it's time to ball. The clip name Winnie, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas claim they better than like who they think they better than. One West soldier, best believe we got that medal in. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Kept I set that trap to hell, yeah, I'ma let them know. Underdogs, you niggas tripping, we'll be popping on you sniffing. Real crafty with that smithing, locked in on the mission. Rocking all out, who the type to hop out? You be bitching, caught the crew time. Now the Glock, glitch it, nigga.
Every dog has his day.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we bustin' it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. You ain't locked in with the county, when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out
I grow a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you, keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swab in my whole life. My whole life.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage and fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Offense taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Shower, come on, man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how them crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, so tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian.
chillin', precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yaradar, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Okay.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what are the leaves into a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, "Yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you." He was like, "Who is this nigga?" Like that. Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahau. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, like, afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Off my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Alright, Shalom Israel, this is the ISUPK, starting our 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews according to the Bible. And it ain't them red-skinned people in the land right now. This is the Brotherhood class. We're going to be going over World War III scriptures, and we're going to be going over this video where Andy Burnham, who is the new Prime Minister of the UK, he's given Ukraine like missile schematics, which is gonna obviously fund and escalate the war, England's part in this war. And I pray he does it more and more and more, because I want this war to come. Because in this war, World War III that is gonna come and destroy the earth,
The like an audio one. I just need to get something. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Can't ask the world. With this World War III that's gonna come, there's gonna be a new rulership. That new rulership isn't gonna be evil like this rulership, because the rulership we are under now is where the oppressors are ruling and they oppress, and when they see money or when they see oil or when they see gold, they go fighting, they go start wars in that place. They go start fights and bombs and throw and shoot missiles and nuke places. When our kingdom is in rulership, it won't be like that. It says there'll be no more wars. There won't be any more wars, because that evil man that started the wars, that funded the wars, the devil that the Bible speaks of, is gonna be no longer. I'm gonna put this video up. But yeah, Andy Burnham is giving blueprints or schematics to Ukraine of a missile that's going to help Ukraine against Russia. Let me share screen. British Prime Minister there.
Missile technology, but what difference will it? The UK just gave Ukraine access to its classified missile technology, but what difference will it make in the war? The UK's Prime Minister Andy Burnham just visited Kyiv for the first time. Britain announced that the country is essentially turning over its blueprint for its Storm Shadow missile. France did the same thing last month for its long-range cruise missiles. Both of these weapons can travel a few hundred kilometers and have already been used to strike targets in Russia. The move means that Ukraine can now produce more of its own missiles, but this isn't necessarily the type of tech that Kyiv has been pleading for the most now. Dozens of people have been killed in Russian ballistic missile attacks in recent weeks, in part because Ukraine has a critical shortage of American-made interceptors.
We need at least 300 Patriot missiles for the winter.
Right now, Patriot launchers are standing idle in Ukraine because the country doesn't have enough missiles to try and stop all of the Russian attacks. Earlier in the summer, Donald Trump mused that the U.S. might allow Ukraine to produce its own Patriots, but he quickly walked that back.
It's a hard thing to give away that kind of technology. We have to be very careful about letting somebody build them.
The war with Iran has severely depleted the U.S.'s stockpile of Patriots. The Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies estimates that before the U.S. launched its war with Iran in February, it had more than 2,000 interceptors. By July, it had less than 900.
None of the existing air defense systems can provide 100% protection. The real solution is to destroy the Russian capabilities, take out ballistics before it's launched in the air.
Which is why military experts say the new tech could be helpful, because if Kyiv is able to produce more Storm Shadow missiles, it could use the weaponry to try to take out Russian missiles even before they're aimed at Ukraine. The UK just gave.
So you saw it there. Russia's giving schematics. Not Russia. UK is giving schematics to the UK is giving schematics to Ukraine. That's gonna allow Ukraine to bomb Russia. Now that's gonna come back to hit the UK. Because if someone gives you guns to shoot another person, it's gonna come back to you. And the UK is giving them how to make guns to shoot back, and the UK is gonna start this war. Get me Revelations 9 and 12, because the Bible prophesies all these wars, all these wars and destructions and woes, as it would say in the Bible. We're gonna go into that and go into what's gonna happen in this next war, what's gonna happen, or what happens before Christ's kingdom comes. You got it?
Yeah, I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Revelations, chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there comes 2 woes, more here thereafter.
Read that again.
One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes, more hereafter.
Khan, do you know what a woe is? Or the definition of woe?
Definition of woe is destruction.
A destruction is, I'll get the full-on English definition from Google. We're gonna find out what a woe is, because one woe's passed. In fact, 2 woes have passed. But you never church that 2 woes are, you never learn that there's gonna be 3 woes. You never learn anything about these destructions that are gonna happen, because they're very they view Christ as all loving. They view God as like he's not gonna harm anyone, even though the Lord is a man of war and Christ is his son. If your father's a man of war, your son's gonna be a real N-word. But in the Christian church, they teaching you that God loves everyone and that everything's kumbaya. This says there's gonna be the time. Read that again, Salakia.
Book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past.
So one of these destructions of past. Let me put this definition up. Read this, Salakia, on the screen, if it's there.
Can't really see it, you know. Can you make it bigger?
Let me zoom in, come. Can you or you want me to zoom in more?
If you can zoom it in a bit more. Or you want to read the top bit?
Can't, just that top bit.
Woe means great sorrow, distress, or serious trouble.
So the Bible says there's going to be 3 times where there's great stress, where there's great sorrow, distress, and serious trouble. Now, during that First World War, there was great stress in the earth. There was great sorrow in the earth. I think it was like 30 countries that were in that World War, and like 20-something million people died. That is a great sorrow and destruction and distress. That is the first woe that the Bible is talking about. The First World War was a great woe of this kingdom. It was a great woe where many kingdoms came and fought against each other. They fought and they were unaliving each other to where many people were distressed. Imagine you're a mother and your child just went to war in the First World War and he didn't come back. In all the nations that were a part of it, that they lost people and mothers, and they lost fathers and brothers and uncles. They lost all them things because God said, 3 woes are gonna happen. That 1 woes came, there's gonna be 2 more woes. Now, in that First World War, that was a woe. Now in the Second World War, there was even more countries. There was like, I think it's like 50 countries in that next World War, and like what? I think it's like 100 million or a lot of million people died. Let me search that. Let me put that one. How many? This one. So this one, could you read this? I'll zoom in. Is that too up?
A little bit more if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, just that top piece you want me to read, yeah?
And just this part to here.
World War II caused an estimated 60 to 85 million deaths worldwide.
And this here was the second woe, says making it the deadliest conflict in human history. If you think World War II was bad, this if you think World War II was bad, this third conflict that's gonna come, this third woe that's gonna come is gonna be much worse than the second woe. The first woe was what? Was 20 million people. The second woe was 60 million people. This next woe is going to be the destruction of Babylon. It's going to be the destruction that were above Israel and that had part in Israel's suffering and that didn't help them in their time of need when they had the wealth to help them. They had the knowledge to help them, but they didn't help us. Same way, when this war comes, we ain't gonna be here saving the oppressor. We ain't Christians. We don't love everyone like they say God does. When the time comes where Christ comes to judge all them nations, we ain't coming to save the so-called oppressor. Get me Romans 9 and 17. Because you think like the oppressor is so rich and powerful, and he got that wealth through working hard. He got that wealth through making himself strong, and because he's smart and he makes all these inventions, and he's so powerful, and he can make bombs and he can give schematics to Ukraine to bomb Russia, and that's why UK is so powerful. That's why Ukraine's so powerful, because they got all these alliances. Because they got alliances and they got might. You think that's why the UK is powerful? You think that's why America is powerful? You think that's why Russia and Ukraine and Iran is powerful? None of that's true. They're powerful because the Lord lets them be powerful. Read.
Book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 7. Neither
17,
because 17.
17,
Okay. Book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 17. For the scriptures saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up.
And for this purpose did God raise Pharaoh up. For this purpose did God raise Esau up. The same purpose he raised Pharaoh up is the same purpose he raised Esau up. So the reason we went into slavery is the reason we went into slavery under this oppressor, under the same oppressor that whipped our backs and assaulted our children and women. The same way the Lord raised Pharaoh up in Egypt. And in Egypt, it wasn't the best time for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It wasn't the best time for Israelites. And the same in this kingdom is definitely not the best time for our people. Our people are getting arrested for no reason, are getting stopped and searched, are getting all these things that happen because our oppressor is the devil. All them things are happening because the Lord is doing exactly what he did to Pharaoh. He's hardening the oppressor's heart. He's hardening the oppressor's heart to where the oppressor thinks he's so great and powerful and mighty. He has all the kingdoms and all the military might and all the structure, and he's got all the nations under him. He's hardened the oppressor's heart the same way he hardened that heart in Egypt. He's the same way Pharaoh thought he was so great and so mighty and no one could take him down. That same mindset. He's an oppressor, just like Egypt fell, the oppressor's kingdom is also going to fall. Read.
That I might show my power in
You know
thee.
what this reminds me of? You know what, when you like play fighting with your child, you play fighting with your child, you let them hit you a couple times, you let them hit you, but when they go too far, the hammer comes down. The hammer comes down, and You find out, that's when you find out your father's powerful. When you hit him in the face, or when you hit him somewhere where you shouldn't hit him, and you get hit back, you find out that he's powerful. That's exactly what the Lord's doing. The Lord's saying, "Oh yeah, go on. You can go bomb Iran, America. Go give schematics to Ukraine, UK. Go bomb Ukraine, Russia." He's giving all them. He's saying, "Yo, you can look as powerful as you want." He's making America look powerful as hell. He's making them look strong and mighty. Imagine you to bomb Iran. UK giving flipping what air spaces to the US. He's making the US look strong and mighty, like no one's gonna knock him down. Same way he made Pharaoh strong. He made Pharaoh think that Pharaoh was the greatest man and the greatest kingdom, and Egypt was the greatest kingdom. But how else is he gonna show his power? How else is Israel gonna know that the Most High is the almighty power? How else? Other than destroying the almighty power, how else are you gonna know? The Most High put this oppressor in place to show his power, so that now, the Most High took out America. America is the greatest, the most great oppressor that's ever lived, and destroyed our nation and destroyed the whole planet. Who can be worse than the oppressor? Who can fight against that oppressor? The Most High power. And that's why he let that oppressor grow and get wealth and get different countries. Remember, there's 7 heads on this oppressor, 7 heads and 10 horns. The Most High let them grow and become powerful nations, to where now they're even going to war with one another. The Most High let them do that so he can show his power. So he can show that he isn't just in the sky. He isn't all loving. He can show that he ain't all loving. He can show that his son didn't come to unalive for everyone. He can show his people that he can protect his people. Read, carry on.
Khan. And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
And the Most High's name is going to be declared throughout all the earth. No matter where you go, you're going to understand the Most High is the Most High. That Yahweh is the Most High. Because you're gonna see them in the in the wax museums. You're gonna see the oppressor in the wax museums, and you're gonna be like, the Most High unalive that people. The Most High took them from their high and mighty place over everyone, over all the nations, over all the kingdoms, with all the military might, with all the bombs and nukes and schematics they had, and he's gonna destroy that nation. So you're gonna know about the Lord wherever you go, because he ain't coming just for the oppressors. He's coming for the Africans. He's coming for every other heathen nation that took part in our destruction. For any other nation that took part or sold or bought or anything wrong that they did to our people, he's coming to restore Israel. He's coming to restore his people. Carry on.
Khan, verse 18. Therefore, have he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
And that's what the Christian church needs to know. God does not love everyone, because he'll have mercy on whom he'll have mercy on. You can't choose who the God loves. You can't choose who God is going to destroy, who God is going to raise up. He rose up Egypt, and the only reason he rose up Egypt and hardened Pharaoh's heart was to destroy them and show his power. And you got black people loving off white people, saying everyone can be saved, knowing damn well what they done to us is exactly the same thing that Egypt did to us, that Egypt did to Israel. So you should know that they ain't gonna be saved. Christ ain't coming to save the oppressor. And get me Matthew chapter 16 and 2. And this is more signs of the end times, because we definitely in the end times, and you know we in the end times due to the signs. If you read about the signs in the Bible, and it's flipping damn near parallel, exact. Imagine, you know that what's that video where it goes word for word, bar for bar? This shit, the life that we're living right now is word for word, bar for bar on the Bible. All these signs and prophecies, they've been talked about in the Bible since flipping Jeremiah and the old time prophets. They've been talked about, but the Christian church never ever told you any of these signs. They never said that we were going to go into war and that these oppressors are going to unalive. They never said that, but they did say pay your tithes. Go and read that if you got it.
What is it? 16 and 2, you say?
2, yeah.
Book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather.
So he's talking. Read from verse 1, Salakia.
Another one come. Book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven.
So this is Christ talking to the Sadducees and the Pharisees. Carry on.
Verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. Verse 3. And in the morning.
So you're saying when it's like you're with the. So they saying. So Christ is saying when it's evening, you know that it's gonna be cold. When it's morning, it's gonna be hot. You know when you know the sign. You know if you look up in the sky, you see what the weather's gonna be. You know what it's gonna be like. Like you know the weather. You can look outside and you can see if it's gonna rain. You can look outside and you can see if it's gonna be a sunny day. Read that again from verse 2.
He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, you say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red.
And they saying when it's evening, you know it's gonna be good weather. The sky is bright. It's bright. You know the weather's good. Look outside. He's saying y'all are simple. He's saying you can look outside and you can see the weather. Carry on.
Verse 3. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering.
In the morning it's gonna be, and you can tell. In the morning you look at the sky, it's cloudy. You can tell it's gonna be bad weather. Carry on.
O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the skies, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
You can see the sky. You can see it. It's summer. It's winter. It's autumn. It's what's the last one? When summer, winter, autumn, fall. Summer, winter, autumn. The last one, summer, spring. You can see the time in the sky because you look up and you see or you look and you see the leaves falling down. You see the sun out. You see the leaves growing. You see it getting colder and freezing, and now there's snow falling. You see all them things, but you don't even know what time it is. You don't even know the time. You look outside, you see the weather, but you don't even know what time it is. Carry on.
Verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
So they looking for a sign that God is going to return. They looking for a sign, but you shouldn't be seeking for a physical sign. You shouldn't be seeking for the sky to flip in damn near crack open. Not yet, anyway. You should be fixing yourself up before that sky cracks open. Carry on.
Come. And there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah.
And the sign of the prophet Jonah is exactly how they're going to get the sign. Now, how did Joseph get the sign, or how did the people in Jonah's time, Salakia, the people in Jonah's time get the times? Radar, how did people in Jonah's time know the times?
Because the Jonah was going out there prophesying.
Jonah was going out there prophesying and warning the people. That's like if you look on the news right now, you can find out the times. You know, when you got the Amber Alert on your phone, you knew that the times were heat and the times were this heat, and you can't put barbecues out because you'll burn the ground. You know the times then. You know the times where when there's wars, you know the times then because you see it on the news. You look on the news, you'll find the times. Now, the way that Jonas did it is he went out and preached to his people what time it is. The same thing that the ISUPK is doing, where we're going out and teaching the times. Because the times in this Bible is destruction. Because when this time is finished, you're not going to have time to repent. When this time is over and Christ cracked the sky, so that physical thing that they were looking for, Christ, or someone coming down and cracking the sky, or God coming down and cracking the sky, you shouldn't be looking for that. You should be looking for the signs of the prophets coming out to teach you. Because if you see the sky cracking, if you see angels coming down and bullying this earth and bulldozing this kingdom, it's too late. You've already waited too long if that's the sign you're waiting for. Because in that sign, and if that sign comes and you're still smoking weed, good luck. If that sign comes and you're still in Christianity, good luck. I mean, you've read the prophecies about flipping the mark of the beast. You've read the prophecies about what's going to happen to the people with the mark of the beast. So if you're waiting for that sky to crack, you're waiting for for something physical to happen that you can see, you'll find out that you shouldn't have waited for that time. What you should have been looking for is the Jonas, the Jonai, the people that preached like Jonas, where he would warn people of the time. He'd warn about these wars. He'd warn about what was going to happen. And that's exactly what the ISUPK do. We warn you that there's going to be a mass war that's going to break out. We warn you that Christ is going to return. And if you ain't following him, you're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. If you make it. We know if you break God's laws, you're going to be unalive. You know, we warn you about these things so you ain't unalive, so that you ain't destroyed, so you don't get the punishment that the oppressor gets for everything that he done. So you don't join in their iniquity. You need to find the people that warn you about the times, not the Christian church, because the Christian church ain't warned no one about the times. The Christian church is all about happiness and loving everyone, even though that ain't the times we're in. We're not in the time to love everyone. We're not in the time to be all nice and loving and bringing everyone in. It's not that time. The Bible says there's a time for peace and a time for war. This is the time for war. You gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. You don't go out looking for other nations to join into and looking for other cultures and all them things. You gather yourself together, O nation not desired. And in Jonas's time, he was warning. He was warning. And that's what Christians need to look for. They need to stop looking for nice words. They need to stop looking for loving and being at peace. They need to go look for the people that are telling the truth, the people that are warning. Because if their people ain't warning, they're going to find out when the sky cracks. And that sign that they were looking for in the sky, they're going to find it, and they're going to find it with a sword through their chest. Carry on.
Another one, Khan. And he left them and departed.
And
Verse
Christ
5.
said, "You're gonna get the sign. You're gonna get the sign that Jonah got. That Jonah gave. That's all you should need. Get me Matthew 24:4. All you really should need is the sign that Jonah gave. Because if a man is telling you that the UK is in flipping war and about to get bombed to smithereens, this is how you deal with it, or your people are destroyed. And you see your people are destroyed. You know your people are destroyed. We're telling you they're destroyed when no one else is. Imagine no one else, no other belief or anything teach about how your people are being destroyed and actually have the knowledge and the will to solve it and the want to solve it. But instead, you're going to join Christianity where it's about God loves everyone. You should know the times, because it's the end of times, and it's not time to be looking at the sky and waiting for Christ. It's not the time to be looking at the sky and waiting for some oppressor to come down the sky and save everyone. Even though that doesn't even make sense, because saving everyone would mean that the wicked are still alive and the wicked are still living and they still ruling, they still there. But know the times. The time isn't to be loving everyone. The time is definitely to gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Read.
Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5. For many shall come
Christ
in my
said,
name.
yo, listen like right there. Christ said, listen up. So no man can tell you otherwise. No man's gonna tell you otherwise. Carry on.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Come on, many is gonna come in his name saying, I am Christ. You see the Yah Jews type of people. You see the greatest example of that is the so-called YT man, Caesar Borgia, that came in the name of Christ. Everyone on the earth thinks that oppressor is Christ. They come in the name of Christ, and they deceived many. Yah Jew, that black N-word that says he's Jesus and blah blah blah, and so many other heathens and under all people that come and say they're Christ. Christ ain't coming back as a man. Christ ain't coming back as a man to set peace on earth. He's coming with a sword. So unless the Yaju types coming to destroy this nation, cracking the sky with what 200,000 angels, I know that ain't Christ. But Christ here is saying, don't be deceived, don't be tricked by these idiots, by these heresies, by these Sadducees and Pharisees that come in the name of Him, saying Christ. Don't be dismayed by them fake YT people that say I'm Israel. Don't be dismayed by the people that say they're Israel and not. Don't be dismayed by false heresies and liars. Carry on.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And before Christ coming, before the kingdom comes, you're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. You know what you're going to hear of? You're going to hear that Andy Burnham gave the blueprint to Ukraine so that Ukraine can bomb Russia. You're going to hear that Russia's bombing Ukraine. You're going to hear that Iran's bombing the US, that the US is bombing Iran, that the UK is funding the US with air bases. You're going to hear things like that. You're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. Carry on.
See that ye be not troubled.
And during these times where you're hearing that the UK is about to go into war because they funding so much and they giving so much away. You're hearing all these things. Don't be scared. Don't flipping curl up in a ball and cry and be like, my life's over, I'm going to be unalive. Don't be scared when the flipping. Don't even be scared when the bombs drop. When the bombs drop on the UK, you should not be scared, because you should have enough faith in the Lord that you ain't scared or dismayed in the times that we're in now. Because you should know that the times that we're in now is that right before Israel gets this kingdom, right before the earth gets set back to the correct rulership that it should have been in since forever, that it should have been in since Jacob got the blessing, or that it should have been since Adam got the blessing. Wait, it says yeah, you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. What you're hearing now, World War III is damn near around the corner. World War III and the third woe is around the corner. So what you shouldn't be doing is looking at the sky and waiting for Christ to crack the sky and come through and destroy this kingdom. You should be looking for the people that are warning you about the times. You should be looking for the people that are warning you that the UK is going to go into a war. All these kingdoms are going to go to the Middle East, and there's going to be all-out war. That's what you should be looking for. But instead, you're waiting for Christ to come. And when Christ comes, he's not coming with peace. He's not coming with love. He's not coming with kindness for any other nation other than Israel. Carry on.
Where was I?
For all these things.
Oh yeah. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
And all these things are gonna happen still in the end. All these things are gonna happen for Jacob, for Israel to rule again. All these things are gonna happen. Yo, the world's gonna damn near blow up and be destroyed and be nuked, and to where you can't even see the sky. All these things are gonna happen before Christ returns. Get me. Where am I? Revelations 19 and 12. No, yeah, go back to Revelations 19 and 12. Because you've seen the we're gonna go to where it says the first woe, then where it says the second woe. Then we're gonna go to where the third woe is gonna be, where the third destruction, where the third distress is gonna be. You got that Revelations 9 and 13.
9 and 13.
Khan 9 and 13.
Oh, you said 19.
Wait, you might be right. 9 and 12, Salaki.
9 and 12. Book of Revelations, chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes, more hereafter.
And one destruction's past, and there's going to be two more after. Now that's world wars that are happening. And get me 11 and 14, Revelations 11 and 14. So that's the first world. That's the first woe that's happened. The first woe that happened was World War I, where 30 countries came together and flipping damn near 20 million people died, or 20 million plus people died. That's a destruction that happened to this kingdom. You got that one?
Come. Book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
So now we've passed that second woe. We've passed that second woe, because when in World War II, when flipping 50 plus countries were warring against each other, and what 60 to 80 million people died. That was the second world. That was the second woe. That second world war was the second woe it's talking about in this Bible. Now, black people are looking at this war now that we're going into and being like, where should I stand? What should I do? what you should do is not be dismayed, because we've been going through these woes, this destruction since slavery times and before. Because damn near 90 plus million people died on the slave trade. That's more than the World War could ever woe. That's more than the world. Imagine like what is it, 20 million or a lot of million of the Native Indians were unalived by the Americans. A lot of the black people that came over here on slave ships were unalive. This isn't our first war. We've been in the greatest war for the whole time that we've been in England, for the whole time that we've been in the Caribbean, for the whole time that we've been in America. We've been in the war. We've been fighting, but we've not been fighting. We've been in the war as flipping crash dummies, to where you just get beaten up and you just get slung around. You shouldn't be scared in this time, because this war is the time that you're not going to get slung around. This war is the time that you're going to get put in the place where you're supposed to be, over every nation, above all nations. Get me Joel 3:2. So you see, you heard the third woe is coming quickly. So after that Second World War, you should know, soon after that world war happens, the next woe is going to be the final woe, and it's going to come fast. You think the world war is far away, and it's going to be ages till the world war. The Bible says Christ is going to come like a thief in the night. You don't know when he's going to come, but you know when he comes, he's coming with vengeance for his people. He's coming with a sword to destroy all the nations that had part in the destruction of his people.
What do you say, Joel 3 and what? What do you say?
Joel 3:2.
God.
This is what's going to happen in the third woe, the Third World War. Go on.
Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So what you see in this conflict, where all the nations are fighting, they all gonna end up down in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is a place in Israel, or the land of Israel, which is the Middle East and Israel. So down there's gonna be, the Lord's gonna gather them all to the valley of Jehoshaphat. So he's gonna gather them all to the land of Israel. Carry on.
And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Verse 3.
And there he's gonna judge them for my people and for my heritage. He's gonna judge them for what they did to our people, to what they did for Israel. And the nations that scattered Israel among the nations, so them Africans that sold us to the oppressor to be scattered, them East Indians that sold us and had us in slavery and scattered us, they all gonna be judged and pleaded with from the Lord. The Lord's gonna destroy and judge them for what they had part in his people's captivity. And at the end of it says, and parted my land. So them people in Israel right now, the land of Israel, them Israelis, them Middle Easterns, all them Hamites that are in the land, all the people that are in the land of Israel are all going to be judged. Carry on.
Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
They've cast lots. They've cast lots for my people, for his people. That's like buying them for nothing. So imagine imagine you trading, and I trade you a hairdryer and flip a coin to see whether I want that thing. I give you a hairdryer for a man. They used to sell us for damn near nothing. They used to say, "Oh yeah, you can have that cow. Let me have your best slave. You can have that goat. Let me have your slave. You can have that comb. let me have that black man so he can work for me now. They used to cast lots. They used to give us they used to pay damn near nothing for us.
Right.
But because they saw us as so little, they would give so little to buy us. They've cast lots for his people. Carry on.
And have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
Imagine you sold a man for a prostitute. You sold a man for a prostitute. You sold someone that can work for you just so you can sleep with a 304. You sold our daughters just so you can be a drunkard and beat your wife. You sold our people for you cast lots on our people. You sold our people for nothing but your deviancy. You sold our people for nothing but your vanity. You sold our people. You cast lots on our people. Carry on.
Con. That they might drink.
Go on, carry on.
Verse 4. Yea. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
So these are the Hamites and the East Indians. Carry on.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So you what you did to my people, you sold my people for drink. You sold my people so you could get drunk off the wine bottle that you got. You sold my people so you can get a prostitute and sleep with her because you're a deviant. So you could air out all your fantasies. Are you gonna give back the Lord that you're gonna recompense the same way you recompensed his people? The Lord is gonna recompense you. So what you did to his people, he's gonna do to your people. You sold our people for damn near nothing, for pennies, for pleasures. I'm a sell an oppressor because I want to go on a theme park ride. I'm a sell an oppressor so I can go and flip in pay my groceries. That's what you are gonna be worth because you did the same thing to our people. You sold our people like they were nothing. Damn near like gambling. You damn near gambled our people away. The same way we're gonna do with your people. Tyre and Zidon. That's like the Hamites and the East Indians because they imagine the Hamites sold us to the oppressor. They deserve everything that comes to them. Carry on.
Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple.
Imagine. God said, "I'd have no idols before him, have no gods before him." And these heathens were coming and taking the godly gold. Imagine the big menorahs, the big menorahs made of gold and precious metals. They're gonna melt that gold down and make idols with it. You're gonna melt that gold down and make a damn near gold Quran. You're gonna melt that gold down and make fucking golden dolphins. They're gonna make golden dolphins to where capsules come out of them. They gonna make what is it? Golden Ra and L's because they're vain and they're disgusting and they're evil people unto the Lord. This how you melted our gold down and took it to serve your disgusting, filthy idols. We're gonna take all your riches. We're gonna take all your wealth, all your power, and we're gonna take it to ourselves. Carry on.
Carry into your temples my godly pleasant things. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians,
And they
that
sold us
ye
to the oppressor. They sold us to the Grecians. Them Hamites and Ishmaelites and all the East Indians, ites, all the heathens, they sold us to our oppressor. They deserve everything that's gonna come to them. They deserve all the destruction to their countries that's happening right now in the start of this world war, with Palestine getting blown up to smithereens, and with flipping all Ukraine and stuff getting blown to smithereens. They deserve all of it. They deserve everything that is coming to them now and that will come to them in the future. They deserve it because they sold our people. They did all manner of wickedness and sold us for nothing, and assaulted and did all kind of wickedness with our people. They deserve the exact same thing that they get. Carry on.
that ye might remove them far from their border.
And they sold us to the Grecians, to the oppressors, to where we got scattered across the earth. We got scattered across all nations. They definitely deserve what's coming to them. Get me, where am I? Get me Isaiah 66 and 14. Wait, Salakia, carry on. Salakia. Carry on. You're in Joel 3.
Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them.
And the Lord's gonna raise them people, them some people that the oppressors sold. The Lord's gonna raise them people out of that place. The ghettos in UK and America and Jamaica and Haiti and Mexico. He gonna raise his people out of them places. Carry on.
Another one, Khan. And will return your recompense upon your own head.
And he gonna turn that same thing that you did to them. You robbed all our gold. You took all our gold. You sold us for nothing. You sold us for scraps and for pleasures and for whatever you wanted to do. We gonna sell you for that. We gonna sell you for scraps and for little things that we need. But you gonna work for that next brother that you get sold to. You gonna work for them. You gonna work. You're gonna have your children taken away because you did it to our people. You're gonna be separated from your families because you did it to our people. Carry on.
Verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah.
And now we were in your hands. Our children and daughters were getting sold for nothing. Now your children and daughters, they're getting sold for nothing. Go on. Go on.
And they shall sell them to the Sabines, to a people far off, for the Lord have spoken it.
And we gonna make money off your children, same way you made money off our children. You got rich and got all your wealth and power and might and got your kingdoms built of our people. Our kingdom is gonna be built of all the oppressors that had a hand in our captivity, that had a hand in our destruction and scattering. They gonna get exactly what they deserve. They gonna get recompensed. Carry on.
Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
This is what the ISUPK do. We tell the Gentiles, these heathens, you need to prepare for. You need to prepare. Get your mighty men. Bring your war and your weapons. Bring everything that you can have. Make your nukes. You know what? Make your nukes. Make your bombs. Go. Give your schematics out. Go do everything. Sharpen your swords. Be ready for war. Because why did the Lord raise up Pharaoh, Radar?
He raised up Pharaoh so he could use him in it to show that his power in the end when he destroys Pharaoh.
He said,
Make his name be known around the whole world, innit? That
right,
go around with these gods.
to show his power. And the Lord's damn near telling these heathens, yo, go on, get your military, go get your greatest men, your mighty men, you're strong, you're smart. Go get them, make the greatest nukes, make nukes that'll flipping damn near atomize a country. Make your nukes that'll atomize a country and send them to the moon. And what did Donald Trump say to Iran? I'm gonna bomb you into somewhere. He said like bomb you into
bomb you into smithereens. I don't know.
It was bomb you into the Stone Age.
Yeah,
Go get your nukes that are gonna do that. Go get your nukes. Go round up your people, round up your everything, and see what happens. Carry on. Verse 10.
Come on. Beat your plowshares into swords.
Imagine the Bible says God's gonna beat their swords into plowshares. Now he's saying, you know what you need to do? You need to beat your swords into your plowshares into swords. Go on, get your weapons. Any little spade that you have, you know what? Find a blade sharpener and sharpen that. Any flipping what else? Any hoe that you use, go find a way to sharpen it and make it into a weapon. Go get your best equipment, your best everything, or everything that you can possibly use as a weapon. You best try and use it, because you're gonna have no leg to stand on. You're gonna think you come in with a big gun, and that gun's gonna be taken from your hand, and it's gonna be swiftly put into your stomach. That knife is gonna be taken from your hand. That sword is gonna be taken from your hand and injected into you, and you're gonna be unalive. He's saying, bring whatever weapons you have. Imagine like a gangman said, yo, I don't care what you're on. Yo, bring whatever. What does that mean? That means
that means yo, either lay down and take it or fight, innit? You get me?
That means you're dead. That means you're unalived. That means good luck. That's what the Lord is saying here. The Lord's saying, if you're bad, go get what you have. Get everything that you have, everything that you can think of that would ever come against me. Go get it. And as Ira said, it is not gonna be as easy as he thought. He gonna bring them what are they called? Them spades that he sharpened into swords, them plowshares, them weapons that he sharpened, and he's practiced. He's got the aim down. He's went to the gun range and he's practiced shooting at a specific target. He hit the middle 50 times in a row. When Christ comes, them angels gonna be moving to where you can't hit that target. You're gonna miss and hit your fellow oppressor. You're gonna miss and hit your army man. That's what's gonna happen. The Christ is saying, "There, yo, bring." What was I about Iran? I think that was bombed into the Stone Age, but that's far back. Oh, and I can't think that far back. But anyway, he's saying here, beat your plowshares, and Joel's saying, beat your plowshares into swords. Yo, round up your men. Come fight. If you want war, let's have war. And you know, when a man's that confident, you know he is not coming to lose. Carry on.
And your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Let the weak say I'm strong. So you're gonna let all your men round up everyone you can. Let the weak say I'm strong. Let them come. Let them come fight. Give them weapons to make them feel strong. Give them motivational speeches, and then shout like you go into war. Do all them things, but all them things are gonna be done in vain. all them things are gonna be done, and you're still gonna get destroyed. Carry on.
Verse 11. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathens, and gather yourself together round about, thither, because thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Assemble. So you gotta all of yous can join together. Imagine you're versing 5 gangs now. Before it was 1 gang. Now you're versing 5 different gangs, and you're saying to all of them, yo, bring what you have, bring whatever you have, come, let's fight it out. I don't know how a man has with balls or great power has that authority to even say that. Because if you ever if a gangman says that, they unaliving, everything's going down. The Lord's saying that, damn, everything's about, World War III is gonna pop off. The Lord's gonna come out the sky. No, Christ is gonna come out the sky, popping out like a real N-word. He gonna come out like a gangster, and he gonna come, and they all gonna turn to him. All them nations are gonna gather round about. Gonna be looking at him. They're gonna be gathering together to fight him with all their swords, the pruning hooks that they turn to spears, and with all the plowshares that they turn to swords, with all of them weapons that they have. They're gonna come and try fight the Lord. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen when they try and fight Christ. Carry on.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen around about.
And they all gonna come, all of them fighting together. They're gonna come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and he gonna judge all the heathen. So all the Africans, the Chinese, the Amorites, the Ishmaelites, all of them. He gonna judge all them nations for what they did to Israel. Carry on.
Verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Drop down to 17.
Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord, your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain.
And you're going to know the Lord that was dwelling in Zion, that's for Israel. You're going to know him because he destroyed your whole kingdom, and he made the oppressors that oppressed the whole world, he made them shake. He made the oppressors that plundered and destroyed and took for themselves the whole world, and he gonna make them fall. You're gonna know who the Lord is. You're gonna know the name Yahweh by the end of this world war. Carry on.
Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
Ain't gonna be no Jewish man in that land. Ain't gonna be no Palestinian in that land, no Iranian in that land. They ain't gonna be called the Middle East. It's gonna be called the land of Israel. No, ain't no strangers gonna pass through that land. Right. Drop that. Get me Isaiah. Wait 1 second. Yeah, get me Isaiah 66 and 14.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 14. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known towards his servants.
When you looking Salakia, when you looking at the signs and seeing the wars of rumors of wars, you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't be looking and flipping, shivering in your timbers, shaking in your boots. What you should be doing is rejoicing. What you should be, this should be that every time that I see that there's famine in the UK, that there's drought in the UK, I'll be rejoicing. I'll be like, yes, we're so close to the end. We're close to the end, and all I need to do is get to that end time. All you need to do is, what is it? Something to the end. All you need to do is, you got to be here till the end. Till Christ comes, you got to be here and for Christ to get that kingdom. So the times where you're hearing of all these wars and the destructions, you should rejoice. You should be happy because you know what's coming next. You know, through all the bad times that your people went through all the black on black crime, through all the police brutality, through all of them things, you're going to be recompensed. And double. You're going to be recompensed double. So you should be rejoicing in these times where the oppressors are crying that their children are being blown to smithereens in the war. You should be happy that oppressor is getting blown to smithereens in the war. You should be happy and be joyous. Should be jumping for joy, damn near. Carry on.
And his indignation towards his enemies.
And I'm gonna be waiting on that day that oppressor finds out that the Lord has indignation towards him. The Lord has hatred towards him for what his father done. The Lord has indignation towards him for what his grandfather done to our daughters, to our sons, to our men in all the slavery times.
Right.
I'm waiting on that day. You should be happy and joyous when you hear their children are being not here anymore, being unalive. Get me Jeremiah 49 and 14. This the times we're in. We're in the time where the Lord's he's sending messages to these heathens. He's sending messages and plagues and punishments to these heathens.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and raise up to the battle.
So there's going to be nations, there's going to be ambassadors sent out, people sent out to go say, yo, Russia, you know what we need to do? We need to take out America. We need to take out Babylon. We need to take out Babylon. We need to bomb him to smithereens. We need to go into his land, destroy him. We need to take, and you got people in Iran saying, you know what we need to do? We need to destroy America. We need to fight against them. Then you got people in America going, you know what we need to do? We need to fight Iran. We need to fight the Middle East. We need to go destroy them. Carry on.
Count verse 15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen.
And the Lord's going to make her, which is Babylon, small among the heathen. Carry on.
And despised among men. And
you see Donald Trump, he's speeding that process up. You see Andy Burnham, he's speeding that when he given so much to wars. When you fund wars, you speed in the process of God up. I commend Andy Burnham for giving them missiles, schematics to Ukraine, because all that means is this kingdom's coming sooner. I applaud his forward into the cause of Christ's kingdom. I applaud it. He's still gonna be destroyed. He's still gonna be unalive. Well, well done. You sped it up. And that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be despised among all men. They're gonna be destroyed. And carry on. Carry on.
Verse 16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, although that doest in the cliffs of the rocks.
And the people that dwell in the clefts of the rocks, the so-called oppressor that thought he was so great, so high, and so mighty over all nations, and then the sun never sets on the British Empire and all that, and make America great again and all that, you're gonna be taken down real low. You're gonna be sad when your children are being unalived in that war. You're gonna be sad when your uncle don't come back from that war, and then you got people knocking at your door to unalive you. You got angels knocking at your door to unalive you and take your children and make them serve Israel. You're gonna be sad in that day. You're gonna be taken down in that day. Carry on.
That beholdest the height of the hill, thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the angel.
To this day, they be making their nest as high as the eagle. They be living in skyscrapers and flipping high rises and all them things and planes and rockets and all. They like to be up and high in their private jets and everything like that. They like to be up just like an eagle, and they're gonna be down like a what's down? They're gonna be down like a worm. Like a worm that you accidentally step on and no one feels anything. Carry on.
I will bring thee down from hench, saith the Lord.
You're gonna bring them down from there. Gonna bring them down from that high place. In that nest, when they were like an eagle, they were so great, and even their flag had eagles on it and everything. They had the griffin, which is an eagle, and a lion, and they had all the birds. They were so high and so mighty. They had so many kingdoms. But then the nest is getting cut down. The tree, that branch is getting cut off, and they're gonna fall and unalive. Carry on.
Verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that gathereth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof.
And they gonna be like, how did that nation that was so great and so powerful, and they were like eagles, they were so high and they were so mighty, they could go into any place, go bomb that and do blah blah blah. They could do all that things, but they're gonna be astonished. They're gonna be like, how did that happen? That nation that was so high and mighty and that could bomb places into the Stone Age. How did that happen? They're gonna hiss at the plagues. They're going to be like, damn, the Lord destroyed that place. The Lord is not the one to mess with. Get me Matthew 24 and 37. And that's the prophecy of what's going to happen to these oppressors. They're going to join this war and they're going to get unalive to smithereens. People are going to be astonished on how far they fall, how hard they fall from their place in heaven. From their place in their heaven, people are going to be astonished on how hard they fell. And they're going to understand who the Lord is or what the Lord is. They understand in that day. Go on.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
What verse are you at, Salakia?
Matthew 24 and 7. Is that what you said there?
I said 37, but I think I meant 7.
What did you say? Matthew 24 and 37.
Can't 37.
Salakia. Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
I rather never. But as the days of Noah, oh yeah. So the days that Noah came and Noah was preaching to the people and telling them there's gonna be a flood and telling them to prepare. Like right now, the ISUPK is telling people to get water stocked up. It's telling people to get supplies and survival supplies stocked up. Because the people didn't believe Noah. The people didn't believe Noah in the time where he was building that ark. They looked at him like he was a crackhead. Imagine you look at a crackhead building for no reason, just putting blocks together, and that's how they looked at Noah. They looked at Noah like, how are these things? This stuff is not gonna happen. Then later on, you find out the earth's flooded, and only 8 people survive, and you can't start to believe at that point. You can't start to believe at the time where you're gone. But as the days of Noah, so shall the coming of man be. So when we're telling you these things, that the earth is going to be destroyed, and that the only way to salvation is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, what you shouldn't be doing is staying in that Christian church and staying with the lies. And what you should be doing is serving the Most High. What you should be doing is keeping the Passover, keeping his laws. What you should be doing is teaching your brothers the same thing that we just taught you. As you learn and get more seasoned in the truth, what you should be doing is teaching whatever made you seasoned in the truth. That's exactly what you should be teaching, to get other brothers seasoned in the truth, so we can further make this kingdom. Go back to, I believe it was Joel. Go back to Joel 3, and we're at 17. I think we're at 18. Can't 18. So this is going back to where Israel is getting his land back. Is getting the land that he was promised by God. He's getting that back from the nations that stole it. All the nations in the Middle East. Carry on. Go on.
Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord. And
So after all that destruction in the land, all the nations being brought to the land and destroyed, the land going to replenish itself. It's going to get the water. That Israel is going to have the wine and the milk, the riches, and everything that they need to survive. And not just survive, because black people have been surviving since slavery days. We've been surviving, but we're going to have the wine and the milk, the things you have in when you're in power, and when you actually live in good. When you actually have life, when you can live and you can drink wine because you don't have to go work in the next hour because you got 3 jobs. You don't have to go work and slave away. You don't have to slave for your slave master. So you can drink the wine. You can have time to drink to make your milk. You can have that time to yourself. And Israel gonna flow with wine and milk. So you're gonna be flowing with whatever you can dream. Carry on.
And the fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Verse 16, verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolation wilderness.
Them Hamites that Like them Hamites that sold you into slavery, them same Egyptians that them stupid Kemet PDF file following people, OSM people want to follow. Them same people are gonna be a desolation. You ain't gonna hear of radar. That's gonna be the last time you hear of dolphins having sending down with DNA capsules. That's gonna be the last time you hear of ISIS Ra L. It's gonna be the last time you hear of whatever they were saying. All that absolute BS that you were hearing that came out of Egypt, that came out of Kemet and all the scrolls and blah 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 blah, and all of that is going to be destroyed. And the same with Edom, that Christianity that you've been taught since day dot, since you came out your mother's womb, that Christianity, since you came out your mother's womb, you went to school, they taught you Christianity, you went to bloody wherever they taught you Christianity. That all that the Egypt and Edom, they both going to be destroyed, and all their gods, every single thing that they have going to be destroyed. The only time you're going to see one of them is in a wax museum, to where you looking at them and you saying, yo, we're great nations, and Barakatah Yahweh Shai, you ain't nations no more, because y'all were evil nations. Y'all were evil. Carry on.
Khan. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
Y'all sold us to be unalive. And then y'all sold us to be unalive. That both nations sold us and unalived us. And Africans twice, because they sold us in slavery and they had us in Egypt. They all gonna be destroyed. They all gonna be destroyed and punished for what they did to God's children, to Judah. Carry on.
Khan, verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. Verse 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion.
And that's what the Lord's coming for. The Lord's coming. Get me Matthew, I think it's 15 and 24. That's what the Lord's coming for. The Lord's Christ, Salaki, that's what Christ is coming for. Christ is coming to return his people to their land. He's coming to give back what was stolen from his people. What was stolen, the language that was stolen, the heritage that was stolen, the history that was stolen from his people, and give them back. Give them it back.
Book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So the whole reason that these wars are happening, and that Esau is being punished, and that Egypt is being punished, is because Christ has come to save his people. Christ loves his people so much. Read that again, Salaki.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Get me Matthew 1:21. The whole reason that these wars are happening and that there's going to be so much destruction is because Christ is sent only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That means anyone that wars against them or fights against them or does anything against his people, against his brothers, good luck, because wars come into your kingdom. War and destruction and famine and drought is coming to your kingdom, just like England. England started now. You're gonna see America gonna start get real dry. You're gonna see Germany start getting real dry. You're gonna see all the nations that had part in our destruction. You're gonna see them get real dry and real sick and real ill and real unalived. Read that.
Book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
And he's come to save his people from all the sins that they did in the past, from all the sins and all the things that our brothers have done. He's come to save us out of the hell that we were put in for them sins. All the wickedness that Israel done, he's come to that. He was unalive for that purpose. And that purpose, he's going to war. For that purpose, to redeem his people, he's going to war for his people. He's coming back with angels for his people. He's coming back to destroy his people's oppressors so that his people can get salvation and can get a land and can get the redemption that they never had in this kingdom, and that they will never get from this kingdom or by this kingdom or in this kingdom. This kingdom must fall first before before Israel gets redeemed. This kingdom must and will fall. I think that's it. I'm gonna play this video one more time about UK giving Ukraine the missiles to fight. Missiles to fight.
International Studies estimates that before the U.S. launched, the UK just gave Ukraine access to its classified missile technology, but what difference will it make in the war? The UK's Prime Minister Andy Burnham just visited Kyiv for the first time. Britain announced that the country is essentially turning over its blueprint for its Storm Shadow missile. France did the same thing last month for its long-range cruise missiles. Both of these weapons can travel a few hundred kilometers and have already been used to strike targets in Russia. The move means that Ukraine can now produce more of its own missiles, but this isn't necessarily the type of tech that Kyiv has been pleading for the most now. Dozens of people have been killed in Russian ballistic missile attacks in recent weeks, in part because Ukraine has a critical shortage of American-made interceptors.
We need at least 300 Patriot missiles for the winter.
Right now, Patriot launchers are standing idle in Ukraine because the country doesn't have enough missiles to try and stop all of the Russian attacks. Earlier in the summer, Donald Trump mused that the U.S. might allow Ukraine to produce its own Patriots, but he quickly walked that back.
It's a hard thing to give away that kind of technology. We have to be very careful about letting somebody build them.
The war with Iran has severely depleted the U.S.'s stockpile of Patriots. The Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies estimates that before the U.S. launched its war with Iran in February, it had more than 2,000 interceptors. By July, it had less than 900.
None of the existing air defense systems can provide 100% protection. The real solution is to destroy the Russian capabilities, take out ballistics before it's launched in the air.
Which is why military experts say the new tech could be helpful, because if Kyiv is able to produce more Storm Shadow missiles, it could use the weaponry to try to take out Russian missiles even before they're aimed at Ukraine. The UK just gave Ukraine access to.
And what you're hearing of there is wars and rumors of wars. And with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai, because he coming with destruction on this planet.
Right.
The angels are coming to destroy this planet, and you hearing of them wars and rumors of wars. So you should stay true to the faith. Stay true in your brotherhood and in your sisterhood and in your following of the law, because that's gonna be your that's gonna be your sanctitude. That's gonna be your salvation. That's gonna be your sanctuary. Keeping to this law is what's gonna keep you away from them bombs. And then bombs drop. Keeping Christ's commandments is gonna be a lot. The biggest fight. Keeping to the ISUPK is going to be a big saving grace for you. You gotta keep in this sanctuary so you can keep to the salvation of your people. And you got to continue until Christ returns. You got to continue pushing the truth as much as you can. And with that, that's the end of my class. Radar, have you got anything to say? Anything?
No, it's good class, good class. That's
All right,
nice.
and with that, I'm gonna say Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Brakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Brakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Ilathan Hashem Yahushai to all the sisters. Shalom.
Sure.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're